Hi everyone, welcome to today's Learning from Home tip of the day. We're up to number 24, praising for a growth mindset. So what is a mindset? A person's mindset consists of their attitudes, how they think, the way they speak to themselves, and their opinions about the world and how it operates. And we can help shape our children's mindset so that they see their brains and their skills like muscles that can be strengthened with practice over time. There are plenty of benefits to helping our children to develop a growth mindset. It boosts their self-confidence and self-esteem and encourages them to take on more challenging tasks, but not only to take on challenging tasks, but they're actually more likely to complete really challenging tasks if they have a growth mindset. It helps improve their resilience and how they bounce back from setbacks, which makes them more willing to take risks and not be afraid of failure. It develops an awareness of their own strengths and areas for development and helps them to be more self-motivated and less reliant on the opinions of others, which is really important as they become older into those teen years where peer pressure becomes a big thing. And it also increases their creativity and their flexibility. So how do we praise for a growth mindset? Well, we don't want to be giving praise for their talent, for them being smart, for not making mistakes, their personality, or comparing to others. Instead, we want to focus our praise on things like the effort that they put into a task, the strategies they use, the progress they're making, the process that they're going through in completing a task, and their persistence, that they keep on trying, that they're taking on a challenge, and that they learn from mistakes. So what can I actually say to my child to ensure that I'm praising those right things? So some of the things you might say: great effort, you must have worked really hard. You studied hard and you improved because of it. I love the way you stayed at your desk and kept concentrating and you kept on working. I like the way you tried lots of different strategies until you finally got it. I love how you kept trying even though it was hard. Your practice is paying off. I can see you've got better at that. And you're really challenging yourself, and this is hard. Can you think of another way to do it? So you can see the words there in red, those ones that are focusing on the effort, the process and the strategies, and they're also focusing on that idea of improvement and growth rather than an outcome. So try working some of these things into your vocabulary when you're working with your children at home around learning from home and see what a difference it makes. And it's not just what you say to your child, it's also what they say to themselves that matters. So here's some things that you might find your child saying and some ways you can help them to rephrase that to use more of a growth mindset, which will have all those benefits that we talked about before. So if your child is saying, I'm not good at this, try and get them instead to say, what am I missing? There's something I'm missing here. I just need to find that missing thing or that new way of doing it that'll help me to be good at it. It's not always the negative that needs to be rephrased too. Sometimes it's the positive. I'm awesome at this can lead to children being complacent or not putting enough effort in. So instead, just rephrase it to go, I'm on the right track, or perhaps I've worked really hard at this. When children say, I give up, instead, let's try some strategies that I've learned in class or online. This is too hard can be changed to, this may take some time and effort. And it's okay to have a break and come back to it later. I can't make this any better can be flipped to saying, I can always improve, or I'll keep trying. I can't do maths. This is one we hear quite often, that children just decide that they cannot do a particular subject. Instead, try and flip that around. I'm going to train my brain in maths. I made a mistake. Some children find this really challenging, making mistakes. So trying to flip that over to mistakes help me improve. I've heard a lot of teachers use that idea of it's not a mistake, it's a mistake, and it just means that it's one more step closer to getting it right. I'll never be as smart as her. Instead, try and flip that around. I'm going to figure out what else I can try. And the other one that I've heard before from my own children, it's good enough. And flipping that around to, is this really my best work? Can I persist a little bit more? Can I try another strategy? Can I improve on this work even further? So some really helpful phrases to use to help us to develop a growth mindset, focusing on effort, process, and improvement rather than outcomes. If you want to know more, there's some links here to a lot of resources and research around growth mindset for children. As always, please share your comments and suggestions in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this goes for you. Is there a particular thing that your child says that you would like some advice on how to rephrase? Or perhaps you've got a great comment or praise that you use with your child to help develop a growth mindset. Share that in the comments. Look forward to seeing what you have to say.